Last video, I was traded to the Dallas Mavericks, and the Los Angeles Lakers went on to win a championship after adding Kyrie Irving. This Mavericks team is in total disarray because the new coach they just added, he could potentially get fired because they don't like how he's coaching Luka, and Luka could potentially leave because they're not getting him any help. After our losing season, a draft pick we were supposed to have goes to the Knicks. While I'm working out at the Mavericks facility during the offseason, one of my plugs to the media comes up and starts talking to me about rumors that's going on during this offseason. Teams that could be picking players up in free agency, players that are looking for trades. He is the media that tells me that I was the one getting traded. He is how I know what's going on around the league. He is my ear to the rest of the NBA. And what he's telling me currently is that Luka Doncic is extremely unhappy and he's looking to be traded. It isn't 100% yet, but he is definitely looking to be traded. So the Mavericks are in complete rebuild mode if they can't find someone this offseason. After this workout, I ran to go link up with Luka.
Hey, what's up, MP?
Luka, how you doing, man?
We have to have a conversation about what's going on with him and the Mavericks, what he see as a future with this team. I know I'm not even that good to even be demanding this out of him, but me and him got a cool relationship. It ain't Jalen Brunson and him, that was his best friend, and they traded him off the team, but I'm trying to at least be cool with him so I can have an MVP caliber teammate in the league. This is the current order of the draft lottery. With the first overall pick, the Utah Jazz select Ian Jackson, who's a shooting guard straight out of North Carolina. Second overall pick goes to the Houston Rockets, and they select Isaiah Collier straight out of USC. San Antonio Spurs had the third overall pick and they select Matas Buzelis, but the Thunder had the overall best draft, getting Justin Edwards at 4th, getting Arterio Morris at 9th, as well as getting Bronny James at 11, which means at the very start of free agency, we already know where LeBron James is going. To OKC to be the first father and son duo in NBA history. Kawhi and Paul George both left the Clippers. Kawhi went to Philadelphia, and Paul George went back to Indiana to play with the Pacers. Free agency has officially ended, and we got Malik Beasley, Okongwu, and Tobias Harris, which means we have failed to get Luka Doncic any real help, and now he is wanting to be traded. I hear this news over FaceTime and I am mad. Nothing that I can do about it. I'm moving into the house that I bought here in Dallas since the trade, and now I don't even want to be here really. It got me questioning this whole organization. If they can't treat their superstar well and build help around a current player, what are we supposed to do? I'm trying to think of ways that I could help the franchise, how I could keep Luka here, because there's literally no better possible option we could get. Letting Luka leave is like letting LeBron leave Cleveland. Like, how do you rebuild after that? What am we supposed to do? My real estate agent then comes in and she sees that I'm not even happy in the new house I just bought. She sees that I got a lot on my mind, so she try to help calm me down and just take my mind off the team. She starts getting a little too hands-on, if you ask me. This is outside of her job description. Her job is done, the house is sold. I don't know what she got going on here, but as long as it helped me calm down and not get mad, I don't even care at this current point. The next day, I do the exact thing that got me kicked out of Sacramento. I run to the media to start voicing my frustrations and how important Luka is to this team. I'm not too good to start begging this man to stay on this roster because I know how important he is to this franchise and to my success as an NBA player. If I want a championship, I'm going to need teammates like a Luka Doncic to stay in this roster. I'm not too dumb to understand that. I instantly get called into the office of the Mavericks, and they gonna let me know early they're not doing that. We're not going to the media about anything no longer. They know I got a history of doing this, and they trying to nip it in the bud as soon as possible to let me know that that will not be tolerated at all. Shep Owens instantly goes to social media after he saw me in the media talking about keeping Luka. He started making fun of me for begging Luka to stay. He starts clowning me, and all this does is give me anger, give me blood in the water to come straight at him, because we got the first game of the season versus them. So I don't even know why he talking right now, because all I'ma do is go that much harder. While I'm getting ready for the game, I'm told that Luka is not playing for personal reasons. So all that means is I gotta get out here and show Luka why he needs to stay on this team by getting our teammates involved the whole night. So now I'm more focused on passing to show Luka what our team can actually do. So my team come out and completely crap the bed, but ultimately me and Okongwu got chemistry going. I like what me and Okongwu building here. Beautiful pick and roll, throw the pass between Bam Adebayo's leg to finish this pick and roll, and that's a beautiful finish. I like what Okongwu doing, but the rest of the team is ultimately struggling. Yeah, I can see why he want to be out of here, because I'm frustrated just playing with these guys, and I am not having a good time. I'm lackadaisical getting back on defense. I showed low effort the whole game. We lose by 30. The reason Luka didn't play is because the trade had already happened. Luka went to Houston, giving us a 35-year-old James Harden with 1 year left on his contract, so he could go back to Houston if he wanted after this year. Since Luka demanded to leave us, we weren't in a position to have any leverage, so we let the Rockets keep all their young talent, but we get to keep the potential talent in the draft picks. Luka gets to build around a bunch of potential stars now in Houston. Jalen Green was a 2nd overall, Jabari a 3rd overall, now Isaiah, who was their 2nd overall pick in this year's draft. A bunch of young stars, and Luka can build here. Back to us in Dallas, we going up against the 1st overall pick in Utah, Ian Jackson. Lauri Markkanen has been showing that he is a dominant offensive player, and we didn't have an answer for him early. Got us down to a double-digit lead. Then Ian Jackson finished us off by taking over in the 2nd quarter, pushed the lead up to 20. We had no chance the whole game. We are a trash team. I get 29 and 10 in garbage time. We had to run it back against the Jazz, only a day break in between. This team that we're on is not ready for any high-level basketball games. We cannot compete against anyone. Luka made the best decision for himself getting out of here, because there is nothing we can do. We started off strong against the Jazz this time around. I became a lot more aggressive immediately. I ain't wait for garbage time to score. I became outscoring from the jump of the game. That is a beautiful ankle breaker. Then he gets a shot, misses it, rebound us. I'm pushing it in transition, trying to keep my head up. They get it back to me, hesitate on the jumper, still finds a way to follow through. 10-point lead because I start off more aggressive. And they made a lot of mistakes early on in this game, and we took advantage of it. I'm moving faster than everybody else on the Jazz, get straight to the rim easily. And when I go to that bench in the 2nd quarter, they take the lead, and we never get it back. 1st overall pick working out the post. They got too many weapons against us. Our team has no talent, no defense. We lose easy. 2 weeks away, we get to go up against the new look Rockets led by Luka, and there's a lot of injuries on both sides, so neither team is playing at 100% right now. And the looks they came out with were fantastic. They were showing us that they didn't even need Luka to score, letting Jabari just straight ISO Tobias. He was getting to his buckets early and easily to start off the game. We had no answers for Jabari the whole first half. There was nothing we could do. He came out with 14 points in the 1st quarter, and Luka put me in foul trouble myself, and Luka finished with 19 points in the 1st half. This man came out here on a mission to show us that we needed him. more than he needed us. That was the message he was trying to send, and they were hitting us with too many different weapons. This is a strong, young team with a lot of cap room, and they got potential to go anywhere from here. Since all of their talent is on rookie contracts, they got a lot of free money to do whatever they want out here. And so I don't know what it's looking like in Houston, but here in Dallas, we're trying our best, and I'm trying to keep us in it. If one thing I'm going to do is score, even if I am in foul trouble. I'm going to keep being aggressive. I missed my matchup right here, getting them an easy 3. We're going back and forth in the fourth quarter. Luka finding a way to get a bucket around the rim. Luka finishes with 40 points. Ultimately, they lose. We were too much of a match. On December 15th, I get a call to go hang out with Denver, and he is telling me that the NBA is just not interested in him. He don't want to be in the G League anymore, and overseas is offering a bigger contract for more money. So this might be one of the last times I see him, at least for the rest of the year, because he going overseas to go hoop. It's sad to see him go, but that was my homie, and he got to pursue basketball and get that money, so I can't blame him for leaving. Season continues to go by as we're struggling, trying to figure out our next step. We're basically 100% in rebuild, so most games we're losing. We're literally tanking for higher draft stock at this point. I meet up with Zion the day after we play the Pelicans. He been suffering through a lot of injuries. His numbers have been down. He's almost about to get traded. Like, there's a lot going on with Zion, and I'm letting him know, like, if he need a destination, Dallas could use him. We can use anybody. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm out here just keeping my ears to the streets, trying to make good with all talent in the league, because I need help. We need somebody here. Fast forward to the next game, and we're playing Golden State, and the dynasty is over for them. No, dynasty has been over for a year and a half now. Clay is a shell of his old self. Draymond isn't in the starting lineup. Curry is the only one still continuing to put up 25 plus a night. And Tim Hardaway keeps us in this game in overtime, but ultimately we were trying to run our offense through Tobias in the overtime, and it failed time and time again. He let us down 3 possessions in a row. Ultimately, that led us to lose this game. Stephen Curry put up an incredible performance of 44, 8, and 9. As we head into the trade deadline, Toronto is one of the worst teams in the league, so they're deciding to break up all them boys. And Siakam was the first to go. They traded him for DeAndre Ayton, who was frustrated playing for Phoenix. Jordan Poole was frustrated in Golden State, so they got him out of there to Memphis for Steven Adams. I'm staying close to my sister and my agent as we get closer to the trade deadline, because I'm paranoid from what happened last year. They trying to keep me calm and keep me in a good mood, but I'm still stressed out. No other big moves happened that day, and before the Cavs game, I hurt my knee. I tried working it out before a game, and I tried to play on my knee. Bad idea. I'm out for 2 weeks now. Fast forward a week to the All-Star break, and I decide to pull up to All-Star weekend just to hang out. I can't hoop, I can't move much, trying to rest my knee, but I still get to enjoy everybody from the sideline. I pulled up to the slam dunk contest just to laugh at Shep. That's the whole point. I'm here, just to see him embarrass himself, because I know that's what he's gonna do. Ian Jackson came out here to bring back actual hoopers to the slam dunk competition. I like the dunkers that's competing this year. Scoot came out here to send a message. Beautiful 360 windmill. That was nice. And Shep, embarrassing himself just as I expected, did the worst dunk of the whole first round, and I couldn't stop laughing, because I don't know what he thought he came out here to do. Ian Jackson was trying to put on a performance of his own, but ultimately it wasn't enough to even get him past the first round. That was a beautiful dunk with a lot of hang time. He got the highest vert out of all guards in the draft, and Scoot came with another beautiful baseline jam. This boy Scoot showing y'all he could get up and get flashy, but Shep almost stole the show with this 360 tomahawk. Came in second place, just like I expected. Scoot wins. Even though Denver left the country, me and Michael B still cool. He invited me to a premiere. We picked out suits that we gonna wear. We decided to go crazy with the suits that we gonna wear to his movie premiere. After the All-Star break, since we're in rebuilding, it's time to tank for the next couple of weeks, and I'm about to get deactivated after the 10 games of my contract, so I reach my threshold of 65 games, so I get my bonus. One of my final games of this season before I get deactivated, we going up against the Pelicans, and they start playing worse than us. I think they tanking too, just the way that they were giving us the ball with no hesitation. I played with Keegan Murray's twin since I've got here in Dallas. Obviously, he's no Keegan, but Chris is no slouch on defense. He been holding us down all year long. I am having fun here in Dallas. I'm glad that they didn't trade me at the trade deadline. I'm getting my feet in the NBA, an actual comfortable role, actually filling out the team. I'm about to get real dominant. I'm seeing it now. I'm already getting comfortable. The game speed is coming naturally to me. This was me playing at half speed, and I was dissecting this Pelicans defense. If we look at the current standings, Houston made it to second overall since adding Luka, so he has been a huge impact to that team, and we are bottom of the West, so he made the right decision getting traded. Since we playing the Rockets next, I decided to let coach give me minimal minutes, and they got too many weapons. Kevin Porter as the sixth man, Isaiah as the starting point guard, Luka, Jalen Green. I thought we had a steal, so Isaiah knocks down that. I'm trying to come around a pick and roll, get to my spot. I started off slow this game. I started off real slow, but the second they put Luka in the game and Luka tried to guard me, oh, it was easy pickings. Luka is a liability on defense. He has none. But Jalen Green running a simple pick and roll. This Rockets team is the #1 in scoring. They average the most points in the league because they have so many young players that are fast, explosive, and they knock down their jumpers. This Rockets team will only get better because Luka is used to carrying bums deep into the playoffs. And these players aren't bums he's with, they're just inexperienced. So once he gets them their playoff experience, it's only going to get worse for the next 5 years. I can see the Rockets dominating the league with Jabari being this athletic and a great rim protector. He get a lot of blocks. Okongwu setting that screen, and I get to my spot and pull up. James Harden taught me a lot since being here for a year. Okongwu, we treating him like Clint Capella. Okongwu played in Atlanta with Clint. Okongwu playing with James Harden. So he basically like our Clint Capella, and it's been working out for him and us as a team. Me, I see Luka on me, so that just basically means go to work. I get to my spot on the court, pull up, bang. I love that. I love the confidence. James Harden been putting me on game on how to get to my spot easier, get the shots that I want. And that was a beautiful pass. Terrible receiver. Couldn't handle the pass I threw. We ultimately get blown out this game. Luka Doncic wins his first MVP award, carrying the Houston Rockets to the 2nd seed in the West. Ian Jackson wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 19 and 7 as a shooting guard. Anthony Simons averages 17 and wins Sixth Man of the Year. Walker Kessler brings home Defensive Player of the Year for the first time. And last but not least, Okongwu wins Most Improved Player. Jumps from 9 points a game to 17 and 10. Fantastic improvement. Shep makes the all-defensive second team. One of the first awards of his career. First round, they had a 3-0 lead against the Pacers, and the Pacers fought their way back by Tyrese dissecting their defense with passes. But Tyler Hero is having the best season of his career. Shep has been working on his jumper since he got in the league, and Dwayne Wade has took him under his wing. Miami loves Shep, and I am so jealous because I've never had love like that, and they never accepted me in any city I've been in so far. Miami takes that series, and now they got to play the Cavs. Darius Garland gets injured in the middle of this series, so Donovan Mitchell had to overcompensate and try to carry this team even more, and he just ran out of gas here at the finish line. He couldn't get his legs under him, missed a lot of shots, couldn't get the Cavs the win. Heat win in 6 games. Let's look at the Western Conference Finals. SGA get a steal. He's pushing it down. He finds Justin Edwards in the corner. Knocked down 3. Down 1. Nuggets pull up a 3, extend their lead. They've been dominating the Thunder all series, and here's why. Chet has been struggling to space the floor, so they've been helping off of Chet all series. LeBron fights for that steal, keeping his head up to SGA. LeBron has decided to take the secondary option here and just let SGA do what he got to do. It's his team, and Chet gets a beautiful pick and roll. Caldwell wide open, missed. Bronny with the rebound. Bronny hasn't been getting any minutes this whole series. Since Josh Giddey fouled out and they've been struggling with all their other guards, they decided to call on Bronny, and this is what he do when he get on the court. Catches a rebound and says, "I'ma keep it." He didn't even look to pass. Go straight at Michael Porter, takes the contact high off the glass. Nobody is more excited than LeBron James himself. He couldn't even contain it in the middle of a game. Score is tied off of the inbound. They're struggling to get open. They find Bronny, gives it straight to SGA. SGA see him cutting, and beautiful alley-oop pass to take the lead that ultimately gets the Thunder their first win of the series. As a matter of fact, that was their only win of the series. Let's check on Shep on the brink of elimination. Shep only had 2 points the whole game, but he was mainly focusing on distributing and being a great defender against Jaylen Brown. Second team all defense for Shep, so defense is something he thrives himself on, so he loved the matchup of going against Jaylen. And Tatum and Brown are the best duo in the NBA, so he had to do his job on one of the top scorers in the league. Tatum gets open, misses that shot. Another one. They survived to game 7. Fourth quarter, game 7, it was the Tyler Hero, Jaylen Brown show. Every time Tyler scored, bang! Jaylen Brown came back on the other end to answer. Pull up. Bang! These boys were going bucket for bucket. Get to his spot, pull up. Tyler Hero been averaging 32 points this whole playoff run, and Jaylen Brown been averaging 30 all year long. Bang! He finally misses a shot. Jaylen said, "This is time for us to answer." Get Tyler on him and say, "You too little." Get him straight to the rack. Tyler got to get to his spot on the 3. Pull up, knock down. Jaylen Brown, finally time to answer, waiting for the shot clock to get low. Beautiful high screen, get to his spot, pull up, miss it. Great rebound, but Tatum is another 30-point average sitting on the wing. Tyler Hero had no timeouts to get the ball down court, so the Celtics advance to the NBA Finals. Oh my goodness, this was a great series. Shep injured his knee in the middle of this game, so they needed him, but they didn't have him. The stage is set. Celtics Nuggets Finals. Nikola Jokic with too much to handle for the Celtics. He single-handedly dominated this series.
Williams comes in for Tatum. Okogie's checked in for Brown, and it's White in for Smart.
Nuggets win this series in 6 games. Nikola has 3 MVPs and a championship ring to go along with it.